All right.
We good?
Yep. Yep.
All right. Shalom.
Shalom.
First and foremost, we want to give all praises and honor to Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Ba'ashem,
Ba'ashem,
Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakak Kodash. Give honor to the apostles and the elders of the great millstone that taught us this truth and that rule well. And salutation and much love for you, Akim, pushing this truth and sincerity on the four corners of the earth and enduring afflictions to feed and edify the elect. I'm your brother Dawada, and it's the brother
Kwam.
And we from the the GMS Tampa Bay camp. We just wanted to do a little at the camp sit down a little lesson, something we was meditating on about it's no escaping slavery for Esau, man. There's no getting out of this, man.
That's right.
All right, so we're gonna just jump into the scriptures first. We're gonna go into the book of Psalms 137, start at verse 7.
Khan, this is Psalms chapter 137, verse 7, and it reads, Remember, O Yahweh, Bashmi Awashai, the children of Edom, in the day of Jerusalem, who said, raise it, even to the foundation thereof.
Khan, see, going back to Esau Edom, which is the so-called white man, all right, who is the twin brother of Jacob, which Jacob's name was changed to Israel, but nevertheless, he broke in the brotherly covenant, man. You're not supposed to be doing these types of things to your brother, but what did Esau do, man? We was trying to cut through his land and stuff like that. No, he came out to attack us, man. We was getting taken down by these other nations. Esau is right there trying to attack us as well, too, man. Even to the same day, Esau is really the head of these nations trying to take us down, man. All right?
Yep. Khan, continuing on, verse 8, O daughter of Babylon, who art to be destroyed.
And real quick, just for these scoffers who, talk about, Babylon or Babylon being Saudi Arabia or Esau being Saudi Arabia, whatever, whatnot. Here we just read verse 7, how it says, remember, O Yahweh, the children of Edom. And in verse 8, it says, O daughter of Babylon. All right, so they're interchangeable. Babylon and Edom, they're the same people, man. All right.
Khan, I got a quick precept too for you to Isaiah. Salakia, get it real quick.
14 too?
You already
14:21.
Well, that's a good one too, but 47 because going into the daughter of Babylon.
Okay. Yep.
Isaiah 47 verse 1. Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground, there is no throne. O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. So.
Hey, Con, going into that, hey, man, just come sit in the dust, man. All right, because ultimately there's going to be no throne, man. Right now, Babylon is living deliciously right now, man. Saying that I shall sit as a queen and not be a widow, man. That's what America, I ain't going to see no losses, man. But ultimately, Babylon or America, Esau, Edom, the so-called white man is going to fall, man. He's got that the pride of his heart has lifted him up, man. All right, but he's being deceived as we speak right now, man. All right, thinking that his inward thought is his house is going to go on forever, man. We're going to be here forever, man. But yet and still, he's going to be taken off the face of the earth, man. But first, he got to serve 1,000 years of slavery up under the Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right? Got any more on that?
Con, I'll jump down to verse 3 to point. Thy nakedness shall be uncovered. And that's the spirit, because the nakedness of Esau, Edom is being uncovered by the way of the internet, man. Okay, here it is. You can go on the internet and find out who is Esau, Edom. You can go on the internet and find out who is the wicked that the Bible speaks of.
What's that? Obadiah 1 and 6? Out of the things that Esau searched out and the hidden things sought up?
Yep. In Jeremiah, I think 49, it says, I have made Esau bare. So the Most High, Yahweh Shmi Shai, is showing you who the wicked is. Malachi, the first chapter, fourth verse, it says, his borders shall be wickedness, man. So whoever this man is, whoever this nation of people is, the border of them will be wickedness, man. And how will you know that? Because of the condition of the earth, the condition of that people, okay? Because El Sirach, the 10th chapter says that the condition of the people, an unwise king destroyeth his people, man. But by the prudence, the kingdom shall be established, man. And we live. You got something you want to say?
No, go ahead.
Yeah, but we're living in a time where Esau, Edom, okay, he's pretty much destroying the earth, man. Okay, why is that? Because he's the wicked that the Bible speaks of, man. Just want to say that real quick.
He's the damn devil, man.
Yeah, and there's no escaping his judgment too, man.
Hey, really, another precept of dropping those precepts. Second Thessalonians, 2:8, I believe, talking about then shall the man of sin be revealed, man. All right, the son of perdition, man. Esau Edom is being revealed right now as we speak, man.
That's right.
All right, who the damn devil is, man.
That's right.
And his future and the things that's gonna come upon him, man. That's why we tell you blatantly what his future is gonna be, man.
That's right.
You know, we be on the highways and the byways telling you, yeah, that's like my favorite song at a camp, man. These Edomites going in the captivity, man.
That's right.
Because that's their future, man.
That's right.
All right.
Yeah. Psalms 147.
I'll go back to 137.
I'm sorry, 147. Psalms 137, verse 8. O daughter of Babylon, who art to be destroyed, happy shall he be that rewardeth thee, as thou hast rewarded us.
So, hey, look, you know, there's a little bit of a controversy with this here situation because, you know, I know for my own self when I first came into this here truth, man, I was like, you know, I was first coming in, I was like, I don't really need the slaves. I'm really good on all this. I just need to get out of my hell, right? But once you become in this here truth for a while, your eyes open up to certain things, man. You realize about, we'll grab that too, as, you know, the #1 resource on the planet Earth. You tired of working, man. You know what I'm saying? You find out about all the wicked shit that this so-called white man has done unto you and your people, man. Real quick, if you can grab Daniel chapter 9, verse 12.
Okay. Yeah.
Because, hey, man, he's done the worst of the worst to our people, man. All right, when you find out about all these things, man, it's like, you know, it's how you say, you become happy realizing we're gonna get to finally pay him back, man. All right, because of the fact of like, yo, man, these people used to take our children and use them for alligator bait, man, just so they can get some damn gators, man. And just think about that, man. They used to cut our women's stomachs to drop a baby out. That's where your C-sections come from, man. All right, all kind of things. We was reading about some foul shit that I don't even want to repeat camp about, you know, where they get some of these sex toys from and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? And so on and so forth, man. This all come from these atrocities that Esau wound up doing into our people, man. All right, so going into these things, man, we're going to be happy when we're going to reward this dude that did all these fucked up things to the planet Earth, the water, the minds of our people, man. We was talking about this on the ride over here, man. The minds of our women is so destroyed and fucked up, but it's not, I mean, it is ultimately because of us going off, but Esau is the one who's programming our people to go off this bad, man. All right, we were completely destroyed, man, on all sides because of this here, man. So happy are we gonna beat this, destroy this man. All right, you want to go ahead and read that?
Daniel chapter 9, verse 7.
12, verse 12.
Verse 12, so like Daniel chapter 9, verse 12, and it reads, and he hath conformed his word which he spake against us and against our judges that judged us, by bringing upon us a great evil.
And the words that he's confirming is in book of Deuteronomy chapter 28, really verse 15 on down, because those are the curses if we broke the law, statutes, and commandments. All right, and that's the condition that we in now. All right, so he confirmed his word. You know, he said that all these curses are going to come over you and to you until they overtake you and destroy thee. And that's the condition that we in right now. So this is where he's talking about. He confirmed his words, which he spake against us. All right, by bringing this great evil upon us, these curses. And also inside that curse package, you also got Esau Edom, man. All right, now keep reading about what basically Esau Edom did to us.
And it reads, and he hath confirmed his word which he spake against us and against our judges that judged us, by bringing upon us a great evil. For under the whole heaven hath thou not been done as has been done upon Jerusalem.
So under the whole heaven, out of all of the history in the whole earth, man, there's been no violence that was done like it's been done unto the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Nobody has had it as worse as the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. And nobody's been more violent on the planet Earth than Esau Edom. All right, because the most violence been done to us by him. All right, and especially in this point in time. So he's the most wickedest person, the most violent person on the planet Earth, and the most atrocious things that happened to you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. There's been no more violence that's been done on this planet Earth than done to y'all, man. They talk about the so-called Holocaust. You know, if that, let's just say it happened the way that they say it happened. 6 million people got burnt up over like 5 or 6 years, man. All right, think about 99 million people that died in the Middle Passage alone on the transport coming over here. And that's just, you know, the Southern Kingdom, man. We don't even talk about the Northern Kingdom that was over here enslaved, man. You don't talk about the generations that came over here in slavery and lived and died, or the ones that was lynched and burned and so on and so forth. It's a lot. You know, you don't even talk about those people in those generations, man. So, hey, you talk about 6 million people and everybody all get all butthurt over the so-called Holocaust, and we got to pay back this, and you can't make fun of that. You can't even talk about that. It was so, well, wait a minute. Y'all can make fun about slavery. Tell us to go back. If you don't like it, go back, man. Your own people sold you into slavery, man. What if they told that to the so-called Jewish people? Well, y'all shouldn't have been over there, trying to overthrow these countries like y'all doing today with y'all finances, man. You know, you go back, you study Hitler. That's what he's talking about, man. These international bankers, they coming over here trying to make us go poor and whatever, whatnot, man. So what happens if people start talking about that? Well, maybe if they wasn't, if the Jewish people weren't trying to overthrow the government of the Germans and fucking up the economy, they wouldn't have got done like that then. Oh, y'all being anti-Semitic, which, that's all some farces anyway, because we all Shemitic people to begin with. Not all of us, but the people that's in this here fight, man. So-called Ishmaelites.
Born of sin. That's right.
The Ishmaelites, the so-called the Amalekites, which are the so-called Jewish people, and the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and the white man. We all Shemites. You see what I'm saying? So that's just, it's redundant,
Obadiah, I got a precept for you. Obadiah 1 and 10. Obadiah 1 verse 10. For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever.
And that's pretty much where you want to prime up using Obadiah, Ezekiel 35 and 5.
Oh, spirit.
But yeah, going back into what the brother has said, you holding that still?
Yep.
Obadiah 1 and 10?
Yep. Really
For
good.
that violence? Yeah.
Obadiah chapter 1, Obadiah 1 verse 10. This is Esau's life is summed up in one chapter. Hey, call out y'all about Shemiel Shai for that, man.
It's like one of the shortest books, but one of the most powerful ones.
Most powerful. That's right, man. The life of Edom is in one chapter. Obadiah 1 verse 10. For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, okay, with the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians.
Hey, and we just read about how there's been no violence or no atrocities that didn't happen as bad as it didn't happen to the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, pretty much by the hand of the so-called white man. All right, so look, that's what he's saying. For that violence against thy brother Jacob, all right, go ahead.
Shame shall cover thee.
And that's where we pretty much starting that out right now. This is why you're seeing, Esau walking around the earth being proud, how he's so smart, so godlike, high intelligence, high IQ. But now he's being shown as becoming the basest man on the face of the earth, man. Unwise, the wisdom is being taken out of him. Everything on his all ends is just falling off, man. Everything, all his plans is all crumbling right now, man. His shame is starting to cover him, but ultimately when the Lord come to judge him, it's because of the things that he thought he got away with. Oh yeah, I enslaved them niggas. It made them build up this great ass kingdom, made them fight in my military, and I got away with it scot-free, man. And I didn't reign over all these other nations because I took them in captivity. But guess what? All these nations are going to see, just like Revelation 18 say about them standing afar off, seeing the smoke rising up from Babylon.
The fear of atonement, man.
You see what I'm saying? But they going to be watching. But hey, that's shame going to cover thee. You know what I'm saying? You go ahead, you finish that up and go to Ezekiel.
It says, and thou shalt be cut off forever.
That's the ultimate judgment for Esau Edom. But first, he got to go into slavery.
That's right. So going back to while we even going into the history, there's no escaping. You're not going to escape your judgment, my man. Okay,
right.
And through the spirit and power, Yahweh Shemiel Shai, the Lord put the spirit on me to do a lesson earlier today on though they dig into hell. All right, because you 1% Edomites are you elites that's buying up these underground bunkers. Okay, which the world, you people have no clue what's going on. Okay, but guess what? The scriptures say in the book of Amos, the 9th chapter, around the 2nd verse, though they dig into hell, thence will I command my hand to bring them out, man. And what is that speaking about? That's speaking about the man of the Lord, which the Most High, Yahweh Shemiel Shai, according to the scriptures, is going to give spiritual powers, man. All right, to put them chains on you, man. All right, and for you to go into slavery. So everything that you have done to the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians, guess what? It's going to be acquired of, man. That's the spirit was going in on this camp.
Yep. Reward them double.
Yeah, because you were like, damn, like fuck, when this man gonna get judged? But we're in the time of his judgment, man. Sirach 25:7. The 10th. I'll be happy and to him that lived to see the fall of his enemy, man. And the Lord is putting a spirit on us to actually live to see the fall of Esau Edom, and that's coming by the way of these thermonuclear missiles, because everybody got missiles now, man.
That's right.
In your R5D chip, which is the mark of the beast, we already know about it. We're prophesying to our people, to the elect of our people, to not take the chip, man. Which the elect is not going to do that, man. But ultimately, guess what? You're going to be upset because prophecy is being fulfilled, man.
That's right.
There's nothing you can do to upset. You can't escape Revelations 13. You can't escape Deuteronomy 30:7. You can't escape the scriptures, the prophecies, man. You can't escape you giving up your birthright. And ultimately, this is the end, the last straw of Esau.
Hey, just like when King David was ruling, King Solomon was ruling, they had already read about the prophecies, about certain prophecies that was written basically in the book of Moses. You know what I'm saying? Like what they call the Torah. You know, the first 5 books about, you know, the latter end. You know, about, you know, Genesis 49 talking about the latter end of us, or whatever, whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Deuteronomy 28, Deuteronomy 32. All right, all these things talking about us going into slavery or whatever, whatnot. Hey, they was reading about those things when, like, King David and King Solomon was ruling. You know what I'm saying? And that was so-called righteous times for them, you know. But then how much more in this here point in time that we at now, man? All right, now we've been in the captivity. We waking up out of this here captivity, man. So now it's time for our salvation. Yeah, we living in the time of the prophecy, and now it's time for us to basically raise up the elect, all right, and take the kingdom.
Yeah, I get the precept. I was slucky cutting you off out there. I was going to quote this. I'll just read it. Slucky. Revelations 11 verse 8, and it reads, "And their dead bodies shall lie in the streets of the great city." And that great city is Babylon the Great, which is America, man. Their dead bodies being the nation of Israel, the so-called Negroes, Latino, Native American Indians, man. Okay, your dead bodies because you niggas is clueless to chemtrails. You niggas is clueless to GMOs, man. You niggas is clueless to who your enemy is, man. Matter of fact, you niggas is clueless to the fact that the Bible is written for you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians. You clueless to that, man. So your dead bodies is laying in the street, okay? Because ultimately, it's lucky. Esau Edom has his weapon to run you niggas over, man. And that's the sword.
And speaking on the dead bodies, that's why you niggas is dead right now, man. All right, you walking around while, lo and behold, the Israelites, the prophets, the men of the Lord are out here telling you, you know, basically that, you know, you the Israelites, you know, the Lord is coming back to save you, whatever, whatnot. But yet you want to scoff and laugh at us, cleave unto Esau, man. All right, so, hey, man, you going to want to be destroyed off in this thing, man. All right?
Yep. Continuing on, it says, which spiritually is called Sodom in Egypt, where also our Lord was crucified. You know, so it says spiritually, not carnally, not physically. It's spiritually because what? This is spiritually Egypt, and this is spiritually Sodom because of the same laws that's being passed and the same acts,
same concepts,
the
everything,
same concept, the same way of conducting yourself, the same way of life. You understand?
We was oppressed in Egypt. We being oppressed here, man.
Yeah.
Sodom was destroyed for their homosexuality.
Yep.
This is the same thing that's going on here in Babylon.
That's right. That's right. So their dead bodies shall lay in the street. But what? The next precept, which, you know, it goes into we were going to wake up out of that dead estate, an exceeding great army, and the nations were afraid. You know, because Esau Edom is afraid, bro. That's why he bugging out, man. You know, and all this is just building up, okay, of the judgment of you damn devils, man. We're just building up to the judgment. We ain't even get into the point of why you ain't. You know, we just going into the history, man. You know. Okay, we those people, man. And you know we those people. We know through the elect. Okay, but guess what, man? When that judgment come, bro, you can't escape it, bro. You are not going to escape the judgment, man. All right?
Real quick, read that. No, what you was holding. That Revelation. Read that one more time. I got a precept off that.
Okay. Go back to it. Revelations chapter 11. Slucky. Revelations, I going off a little bit. Slucky. Revelations chapter 11 verse 8, and it reads, "And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt, where also our Lord was crucified. And they of the people and kindreds and tongues and nations shall see their dead bodies, their days in their half, and shall not suffer their bodies and shall not suffer their dead bodies to be put in the graves. And they that dwell upon the earth shall rejoice over them, and make them merry, and shall send gifts one to another, because the 2 prophets tormented them that dwell upon the earth." And what is that talking about, man? That's talking about these other nations, okay, giving off gifts, okay, of the slavery of the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians, man. Okay, and rejoicing because of our captivity. That's why the scriptures say they shall hiss and wag their tail at them, man. You know, we shall be an everlasting curse unto the nations because we are a proverb and a byword. That's in Deuteronomy the 28th chapter, man. Okay? And it reads, and after 3 days and a half, the spirit of life from the Most High entered into them. Okay, and what it's talking about, 350 years, man, or a time period, man, of where the spirit of Yahweh Bashmi Shah will come into his men. Okay, and this is starting with here on the planet Earth with I believe Abba Vivens. Yep, that's right. And High Priest Yaquab, Elder Yaquab. Okay, and so forth and so on, man. To King Marsha. Okay, and to the elders of Great Millstone, which this truth sprung out of one west, because the truth got to come from somewhere. Okay, and the Lord said He speak by the mouth of His prophets since the world began. That's Luke 1:70, man. And Amos 3:7 said the Lord will do nothing but reveal His secrets to His servants, man, the prophets, man. Okay, and it reads, and they stood upon their feet, and great fear fell upon them which saw them. And that's the point, man. Esau, Edom is in fear, man. Okay, this is why he has a space force, man. This is why he has matter of fact, this is why he has all this death across the four corners of the earth, man. It's not for you average people out there to be consumed. It's for the elect, man. Okay, it's ultimately so that we can be consumed, so that Lord's will be a part of the elect, so that we wouldn't wake up to who we are, man. Okay, because we are going to overcome. Okay, according to the prophecies, the elect were going to overcome, man. Okay, and He knew that. All right, but great fear is falling upon them. That's why they got to make these certain moves, man, and do these certain things, man. Ultimately, to try to escape, okay, the judgment that's coming to this man. All right, just want to say that.
Nah, come on. Yeah. So to back you up with that, right? Real quick is a quick precept. Ezekiel 37:10, it says, so I prophesied as He commanded me, and the breath came into them. All right, it's talking about the valley of the dry bones, which the brother was going into about the dead bodies. All right, the dry bones is you not knowing who you are, man. You lost. You out here just thinking that you whatever, whatnot, right? So it says, so I prophesied as He commanded me, and the breath came into them, and they lived and stood upon their feet, an exceedingly great army. Right? So I'm going to go from there. And that exceedingly great army is going to be what? The men of the Lord that's on the highways and the byways prophesying, right? So this is going back to what the brother just read. Wisdom of Solomon chapter 5 verse 1. Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness, right? We just read about that exceedingly great army, all right, in Ezekiel 37 about the valley of dry bones, all right? You compare that with Ezekiel 2 and 3 about eating this here roll and going speaking to the children of Israel, all right? That's how you putting the flesh back onto them, all right? So it says, then shall, go ahead.
Real quick, if I ain't speak, through the Spirit, because what the prophecies is going to be fulfilled, man. That's why we're going to stand in great boldness, because of prophecies. Okay, we're going to be in great boldness because we know that Yahweh Shemi Shai collapsed the economy, man, of America, man. Thermonuclear missiles is dropping on you damn 2/3, man, and you heathens, man. That's why we're going to stand in great boldness when we see the angels, man. Okay. And you people are going to be amazed because the whole time, the men that were at your job, your family members, guess what? They had the truth.
The whole time.
But when you go into the history in the ancient world, when you go into the Old Testament, which you people don't fucking read, man. Blessed to see that, read it.
Right.
When you go into the Old Testament, the scripture say the Lord He do not do what men as He seeth. Okay, the Lord seeth, all right, the spirit of man, the inward man, man.
Yep.
Okay, I think there's like 2 Samuel 7,
Yeah.
Okay, the Lord did what the inward man, going to King David. That's right, man. So here it is, and that's spiritual too, man. The whole time, King David, he was a watchman, he was a shepherd over the sheep.
Hey, really though, like if you want to bring it in today's terms, King David was more or less like a janitor, man. He had the shittiest job, man. He cleaning up sheep shit, and feeding the sheep.
Why they at war?
Doing the dirty work. You see what I'm saying? So like you could say that nowadays, like, oh, this nigga ain't nothing but a janitor. This nigga work over at the factory or whatever, whatnot. This nigga ain't got no car or whatever, whatnot. But lo and behold, hey, the Lord is raising us up, man.
He the greatest man.
Yeah.
He was the greatest.
Yeah, taking the meek out of this here world, man.
Yeah,
all right, not super proud about their stature or whatever they are in this here world, whatever, whatnot. Hey, man, he's taking the meek, man, the humble, all right?
Real quick, for you take off on that Wisdom of Solomon. Quick precept. You spoke on it through the Spirit. Wisdom of Solomon.
Matthew.
Kind of go in spirit on fire. Matthew 5, verse 10, and it reads, "Blessed are they which are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are ye when men shall revile you and persecute you, and shall say all manner of evil against you falsely for my sake." But that's going in something different. But the spirit, I wanted to bring that out because here it is, we're getting persecuted and we're getting looked at as we're nobodies. Okay, but the whole time we're out in the corners doing the will of the Most High. Nobody else is bringing out the scriptures, man. Nobody else is going into the history and breaking down the scriptures correctly. All right, but we're being persecuted and being hated. But those same men that's being hated and persecuted, they're going to be glorified, man.
Right.
In the times we're coming into, and while they're being glorified, okay, Esau, Edom is going to be
in slavery.
In slavery.
Well, everybody else out here living it up and living their best life and being free. We over here serving the Most High right now, man. We making our body a living sacrifice. Right. He come back. We're gonna be joining heirs with Yahweh.
Right. And that's why Romans 8 and 17 it says, "You suffered with him, so shall you be glorified." We suffering why? Because we're doing what's right. Okay, we're being Hebrew Israelites, man. We're not just speaking being a Hebrew Israelite. Speaking being Hebrew Israelite is just knowing the scriptures, but being a Hebrew Israelite is going out to camp, man. Suffering, okay?
Living day to day.
Living day to day, man.
Righteously, or to your best ability, you know what I'm saying? Like, again, not saying, "Oh, I'm an Israelite on camera," or whatever. When as soon as the camera go off, you out here doing some foul shit, you know what I'm saying? Nah, it's like you had that same mindset when you out, nah, I shouldn't be doing it. You go out to a restaurant or whatever, whatnot, to go eat by yourself. You don't got the camera showing. Don't nobody know what we eating.
But the real camera's on you that time.
Right, exactly.
That's the point. The real camera is on you, man.
At all points of time.
At all points of time.
Me and this brother's not always together. I don't know what this brother eat day in and day out. This brother could be eating pork all day. I could be eating pork all day. But what? We have to be able to examine ourselves, make sure, like, even though it ain't no brother around, let me make sure I'm doing what I'm doing. Supposed to be doing right. Even though a brother may or may not catch me doing what I'm doing, let me make sure I'm doing right, man. That's that, that ultimate sacrifice. Not no a so-called weekend warrior or nothing like that, man. Is that the brother right there? No.
Okay. I got this Ezekiel 35. You want it?
No. 35? Real quick, let me go back to this Wisdom of Solomon 5.
We still got Jeremiah 30 and 16.
Yeah, we ain't even roll through that.
But we just
going through the spirit. This Wisdom of Solomon.
Real quick, I want to say, whoever this video for, this for you brothers, man, that that didn't know, that don't know what's, just learning, man. This is what we coming. This is what being a Hebrew Israelite is all about, man. The scriptures and applying them, man. You know what I mean? You just can't say you're a Hebrew Israelite, man. All right, the scriptures have to be applied in your daily life, man. And that's why the men of the Lord are being persecuted, man.
And we
say that.
We spoke on this earlier about and who was in the story tells something, your patience possesses your soul, right? Talking about being an Israelite is actually indeed more than just speaking, right?
Words, yep.
So you got these fake ass people that's so-called taking out vengeance right now, man, on these Amalekites or whatever, whatnot, and they trying to pair them with being Hebrew Israelites. Like, well, you being a so-called weekend warrior, that's not being a real Israelite, because you're not applying the words that you read in these scripts, man. That's not you being an Israelite, man. So whatever you doing in your mind, you know what I'm saying, you don't get no so-called clout for that, man. You know what I'm saying? You wasn't doing what we were supposed to be doing, so you can't be like, yeah, I was an Israelite and I did this, I fought for a little. No, you didn't. You going off, man. Yep. All right? Because you got to do this. This is an everyday thing. We over here, we got a lesson talking about the Edomites going into slavery, but we not chaining their ass up right now. So a person in that type of mindset would be like, oh, no, I'm more righteous because I actually started slaying these niggas. Yep. Nah, man, the scriptures say, wait ye upon me till I raise up into the prey, man. All right? And your patience possess you your souls, man. If possible, live peaceably among all men. Yeah. All right?
Hey, and real quick, and the scriptures say, put not off the Lord from day to day. Okay, you got a lot of people that know they're Hebrew Israelites, but they know that and just go back into the world and start doing wickedness, man, committing adultery. Okay, but the whole time you got men of the Lord, Yahweh Shemi Shai, okay, that's actually applying the scriptures, man. They're to the best of their ability. They trying to put up a video every day, man. They trying to go out to camp and do these certain things, man. Okay, but the whole time you niggas out here, man, that's you think this is a game in the Lord, and that's why, we doing this video, man. Because a lot of people really don't understand the significance of what the hell is going on, man. You don't understand the significance of the end of the world and the beginning of it that followeth, man. Okay, and you're going to ultimately partake in the destruction. Proverbs 16 and 5, man. Okay, because you think this is a game. You think we just talking. All right. When the whole time we're speaking the words of the Lord, man. Okay?
That's
all right?
That second
You're gonna be destroyed.
That second Esdras, what was that, 15? When they yet had liberty, they despised my law.
Second Esdras 9.
Second Esdras 9.
9, yeah, 9 and 15. 9 and 15. You're right.
Con. Yeah, it's like when they had the liberty, they despised my law. Hey, they're gonna have to learn after death by pain.
That's right.
All right.
Yep.
But you got anything?
Yeah.
What's that?
No, this is Ezekiel 35.
Let me get through this. Yeah, because the brother had went into the dead bodies and them waking up. You know what I'm saying? And the great fear falling upon basically these Edomites, these rulers. You know, because ultimately, going back into the topic of this here lesson, they know that they're gonna go in.
This dude here, man, putting Slucky. This dude here boxing out your face, bro. You through, bro?
Oh, that's that facial recognition.
Yeah, he's through. This dude through. He trying to
track you,
bro. You through, bro?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I just want to say that real quick, man. You know what I mean? That's why we going into the topic, man. Yeah. There's no escaping. You ultimately gonna be destroyed. You can come get us, all right? But the scriptures,
you're not changing prophecy,
right? But the script, when you go, the script, man, etymology of the words. That's why you got to go into the words. You can't falter a script, man. It's written in the Bible. Okay, the same Bible that you indoctrinated Christianity with our people with. Guess what? In that same Bible, it says that ye shall go into slavery. Okay, it says that, and we're gonna close in on that. Revelations 13, man. Okay, so you can come here and do all your facial recognitions, have tablets and phones, and have tabs on the man. But guess what? Through the spirit and power, you're going to be destroyed. And the sad part about it is that you know it already, man. Okay? You know you're going to be destroyed.
They trying to stop it.
Yeah, but there's nothing you can do, bro. This truth, the scriptures say in the book of 2nd Esdras, man, as for faith, it shall flourish, man. And the truth that have been so long without fruit shall be declared. So the declaring of this truth of righteousness is being declared, man. And that's why we waking up, man. All right? You can't stop this, man. Okay? We know what you're going to do before you do it. Because the script was given unto us to understand, man.
Well, we the prophets.
Right, yeah.
I used to say before, we telling you what you're going to do before you even do it, man. All right?
Okay. Yeah.
Before y'all even, they not forcing that RFID chip right now, but we telling you before you do it that you're going to do it anyway.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
And that was years ago. That's when the elders seen that in the book of Revelations, man. All right? When he was out there on the island of Patmos, man. But guess what? He came back in his lot today. Because in the scriptures in Revelations, it said that he was going to stand and prophesy again in his lot. Okay, did not the Most High tell Daniel in the Old Testament that he was going to stand in his lot too? Did not the Most High tell Jeremiah that the spirit he shall prophesy, right?
Spirit
of evil, pestilence, of evil and pestilence of war, right? And in the book of Romans, it say what? The spirit of the prophets subject to it. So I mean, bro, you can't get around us being here on the scene declaring your downfall and destruction, bro. Whether we be greatest or the least, guess what? We're prophesying your destruction, bro. You can't get around that, bro. Stop trying to fight your destruction.
And what's Salak?
You got it. I just want to say, stop trying to fight. Stop trying to fight prophecy, bro. What you gonna continue to do? But bro, this is the interview, bro. There's nothing else you can do. Everybody got missiles. We know about the RFID chip, which is the mark of the beast. We know about your martial law, okay? We know about what you want to get, try to accomplish, man. But according to the prophecies, the Lord is getting ready to upset you, man. And this was already written about in the book of Job, the 21st chapter, man. Okay? So we already know what you got to do, man. Do what you got to do. Because Isaiah 59:19 going to come into pass. Okay? When the enemy come in as a flood, Revelations the 12th chapter, okay? Coming down with that great wrath, the spirit of the Lord shall lift up a standard against him, man. So somebody gonna get spiritual powers according to the house of David. And that's in the book of Zechariah, man.
Jeremiah 51:20, thou my battle axe and weapons of war.
That's right. And that's
Micah 5.
And that's going back to Amos the 9th chapter, the 2nd verse, where it says, though they dig into hell, my hand shall pluck them out. Is the Lord, is you gonna see a big ass fucking so-called black hand come from the heavens and grab you out on the earth? No, bro. Okay, that's spiritually speaking about the Most High Yahweh, who is a so-called Negro. Why Yahweh Shah is so-called Negro. Okay, raising up their men. Okay, Okay, and giving them spiritual powers and pulling you out, all right, of your underground bunkers, man. Okay, out of the clefts of the rocks. And this is biblical prophecy, man. Okay, so you got to do what you got to do. Ultimately, you're going to be destroyed. Okay, so there, going back to the title, there's no escaping slavery. Okay, you can't escape this, man. Prophecy. The Lord said he will raise up, he was going to raise us up, man. Okay, and put us in order before your eyes. And that was before you even indoctrinated us with the scripture. The same Bible, in that same Bible, it was written. Revelations 13, man. Okay, just because we ain't read it then, didn't know that we don't mean that we weren't gonna read it now. You understand? The house of David is raised up, man, from all 12 tribes. Ain't no escaping slavery, bro. Okay, you gotta fulfill your lot.
We did
too, man. And what? Lamentations, the 4th chapter, man.
And
you know,
those who's it wasn't to drink the cup.
Yep,
we fulfilled our lot, my friend.
Right.
You gonna go together all together unpunished?
Double.
You gotta drink of that cup. Go ahead with that.
No, that's it.
Nah, go with that Ezekiel.
Ezekiel 35.
Yeah.
Spirit. Yeah, because you know you got Judah here to.
Or matter of fact, just go to yeah, you can go there and then we'll go to Revelation. All right, 13.
All right, Ezekiel chapter 35. You want to start from the top of it?
Nah, verse 5.
Verse 5. All right, Ezekiel chapter 35, verse 5, and it reads, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end. Therefore, as I live, saith Yahweh Bashmi Awashai, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. And since thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee.
So, because the so-called white man had this perpetual hatred against the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, all right, when we started out about how, you know, happy shall he be, all right? But nevertheless, you know, but all this violence that Esau has brought down on our people, man, all right? Hey, the Most High is about to recompense him for the things he's done unto us, all right? So we're going to go into this a little bit. You want to go to Revelation 13, 9 and 10?
Yep. It's the book of Revelations.
So real quick, we kind of got off a little bit, but we was going into what? The things that built up to where we at now, all right?
Go off. We was
well, not going off, I'm saying,
history.
Yeah, that's what I meant. We went off into the history to set up the things that's going on. So now we're about to start reading the judgment of
what, or escaping it.
Yeah.
Revelations 13, verse 9. If any man have an ear, let him hear. And that's the scriptures say, blessed is he that hear the words. Blessed are thy eyes for thy see, and thy ears for thy hear.
21,
right?
Or
because
10 and 23
right, because the Lord said in St. Matthew's 13 that what's St. Matthew's 13:11? It says, the Lord spoke to them in parables because it was given unto us to understand the mysteries and the parables, man. So the Lord said, what? Blessed are your eyes, because it was going to be men here on the planet Earth, all right, that was going to live, okay, and had a spirit on them to understand the prophecies, because they're going to live they were going to live to fulfill, okay, prophecy, man. Being ambassadors of Yahushua, okay. All right, they were going to live and had a spirit on them to understand the prophecies. So blessed are their eyes, for they see what? See the downfall and destruction of the enemy. In their ears, because they heard what? They heard the faith. Faith cometh by hearing, man. And what do we hear? We hear that Yahushua is going to come back, man. We hear that there's an end or be all, man. We hear that there's somebody that's going to upset this man, man. Okay, knock him off his high horse, man. All right.
We heard the prophecies and we see it happening. All right. A lot of people hear about these prophecies. They know about the so-called mark of the beast. They know about Armageddon. All right, so on and so forth. But they don't see this happening, man. They still they know about the Antichrist, but they still waiting on this one politician to come up as the Antichrist, right? They over here looking for Armageddon to be with like some other kind of shit. They, you know, they don't even think about that as just happening right now. They, oh, that's gonna be far off. We're gonna be, that ain't even in the midst right now. So they hear it, they understand it, the mark of the beast. They kind of understand that these things are in the scripture, but they're not able to understand that, yo, these shits is actually happening right now, man. All right.
Revelations chapter 13, verse 9. If any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity.
Go ahead.
He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints.
Hey, let me just start at the end. Here's the patience and the faith of the saints, you know? Like I spoke about a little earlier, you know, patience going into what? Long suffering, man. Yeah, we know that these fucking Edomites going into slavery up under us and so on and so forth, all the violence they did to us or whatever, whatnot. But look, we have to patiently wait until Yahweh shall rise up to the prayer, until he deliver these damn nations into our hands, man. We're going to wait until that moment, all right? But it also said that he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. All right, and how did we get over here to the land of America, man?
In captivity.
We was led into captivity, and also the scriptures say we brought this out of camp. Basically, if any man be found in the hand of a thief, he should be put to death.
That's right.
All right. Then we also read that
Numbers 35 and 33, the land cannot be cleansed.
Combo by the blood that hidden that cleansed.
Yep.
Right. But then there's another scripture in Isaiah 14. All right, is this the man that made the earth to tremble and so on and so forth, that opened not the house of his prisoners?
Yep.
All right, so we still in the captivity up under the so-called white man to this same very day. So he brought us into captivity. We still in the captivity, even after, you know, our affliction was so-called over. We still in the captivity. So when Yahushua come, he gonna find a prisoner still locked into the prison house, man. All right. So it said, he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity, and he that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Real quick, can you grab me Genesis 27 and 39?
Okay.
Or just go to verse 40, actually.
All right. The book of Genesis, chapter 27, we said 40, right?
Verse 40.
All right. Genesis 27, slot one page off. 27, Genesis 27, verse 40, and it reads, And by thy sword shalt thou live.
That's pretty much the point there, but real quick, go to Revelation chapter 6. This is what we read in Genesis 27 and verse 40 is basically Isaac blessing Esau with his blessing.
Right.
All right, so he said, and by thy sword shalt thou live.
Yep.
All right, so Esau was going to live by a sword, right? Everything that he was going to be able to get on the planet Earth was going to be by the force of the sword. All right, so read me verse go to verse 6. Go to verse 8 first, and then go back up.
And go. All right, come. Revelations chapter 6, verse 8. And I looked, and behold, a pale horse, and his name that sat on him was Death. And hell followed with him.
So like you can read about that in what Habakkuk 2 and 5.
2, yep.
Death and hell followed with him. All right, and then there's another precept like he stirred up the dead, he raised up all the dead, the kings of the earth for him. Basically, you know, going to the same thing, you know. But nevertheless, this is talking about Esau Edom, man. All right, go ahead.
Okay. It says, and when he had opened Slacky, and I looked, and behold, a pale horse, and his name that sat upon him was Death. And hell followed with him, and power was given unto them over the fourth part of the earth to kill with the sword, and with hunger, and with death, and with the beasts of the earth.
So mainly he was gonna still be living by this sword to take peace from the earth. Hold that still. And take peace from the earth and so on and so forth by the edge of the sword. All right, now can you jump up to verse 4?
Jeremiah. Revelations. Yeah, I'm in the scriptures. Revelations chapter 6, verse 4. And there went out another horse that was red.
Talking about Esau Edom. Both of these are Esau Edom. Go ahead.
That's right. And power was given unto him.
The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. All right, and we was just reading in Genesis 27 when it was so-called.
It was blessed unto him.
It was blessed unto him at that point in time. And he was starting to receive it now. Well, not now. He's already in his power. But go ahead.
It says, and there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him. that set thereon to take peace from the earth, and that they should kill one another, and there was given unto him a great sword.
So, hey, this is what Esau's blessing was. He was given that great sword, all right, to take peace from the earth, man. This is what happened when he got his militaries and his armies and so on and so forth, started bombing the whole damn earth, man. But the point there I wanted to grab was how Esau was going to live by the sword, man. All right, all the things that he was going to wind up getting, the earth was given into the hand of the wicked, man. All right, it wasn't just like one day the Most High gave him the deed to the whole earth. He had to go out and actually work for that shit, man, and slay all these different nations and put their ass into subjection, put their ass to death with by the edge of the sword to get this here land, man. All right, this is how he wound up taking Jacob in captivity. All right. So what we was reading in the book of Revelation, chapter 13, verse 9 and 10. All right, he that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Esau's whole life and existence, everything he's got was by the edge of the sword, man. All right, so this is setting him up for his downfall. I
got the precept for you, though, to go back to pretty much what we're going into, how he was blessed with the sword. But guess what? Yahweh Shai said, if this was my kingdom, my servant shall fight. Okay, because we're not going to fight this man physically, okay? Through the spirit and power, Yahweh Shai is going to be spiritual power, man. America, through the spirit, which is Babylon the Great, spiritually Solomon, Egypt, is going to be overthrown ultimately by spiritual powers, okay? By the spiritual power of the Most High, okay? And that's in Revelations, the 18th chapter, okay? This place is going to be overthrown by spiritual power, man, because the sins of this place have reached into the heavens. Okay, and the judgment of America, all right, in the scriptures, okay, is thermonuclear fire, man. All right, and that's all the way back into Isaiah the 9th chapter, where it says every war was fought with garments rolled in blood, but this shall be with burning and fuel of fire. But what does Malachi the 4th chapter, the 1st verse says, man? Okay, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven. Did not Yahweh Shai say, okay, that if it were, he said, I come to send fire on the earth, and what would be if it were already kindled? So here it is. You got this oven, this fire, this burning, this heat. What do this all simplify? This all simplify the spirit of the Most High, because the Most High is a consuming fire, man. When you go into the book of Deuteronomy, man, the Most High is a consuming fire. So the Lord's spirit is going to be in these missiles. The Lord's spirit is going to be in this sedition of men. The Lord's spirit is going to be in these race wars, these wars, this uprising of the people. The Lord's spirit is going to be in Jacob's trouble, man.
Hey, okay. And ultimately going into that fire already being kindled, man. When is Yahweh Shai returning, man? Did a video on this earlier in the week, man. Yahweh Shai's returning at the end of World War. He's going to put the end to World War III, man. They're going to already be shooting all kind of missiles and, you know, not necessarily nuclear missiles at that point in time, because that's when our salvation coming. Them nukes start raining down. Right. But before then, you're going to already be having, like right now, they bombing right now, man. You see what I'm saying? But look, it's going to be different nations going to war with each other already, man. All right, then all of a sudden, you know what I'm saying, Yahweh Shai gonna come and actually turn up, man. It's gonna be cities being destroyed before he come back, but then he gonna put it on a whole other level, man.
Hey, if I may add to, because that goes, Yahweh Shai is gonna be the ending of Jacob pulling down the hill of Esau, you know, because Yahweh Shai, he's the ultimate Jake, man. You know what I mean? So he's a spirit. So we're coming into the time where Esau, either when all calamity and the missiles is dropping and all hell breaking loose, all these things happening upon the planet Earth, guess what? Yahweh Shai is going to be there to put an end to all that, man, by his chariots, by the power of the Most High. Okay, the Most High is going to give him that power to come down here and put an end to this society, man. And that's going to be ultimately bringing down Esau's world and then showing forth the beginning of it that followeth, man. Because you're going to have the men of the Lord that get beamed up, okay? The house of David, man, okay? And the righteous men, okay? Women and children, you know? So the Lord is going to ultimately simplify, okay, the ending of Esau and the beginning of it that followeth, because he is a spirit. He's the word.
It was prophesied.
Yeah, and that's the beauty of the Lord, you know? The Lord is the word, man. He said it was going to be done. It's going to be done. In the beginning was the word, man. So there's no escaping slavery, man.
Matter of fact, let's just go back on Jeremiah 30 and 16. Fuck them niggas. They're going into slavery, man. I want to read about these niggas in chains.
I'm here. Jeremiah 30 and 16. Spirit. Jeremiah 30 and 16. Therefore, all they that devour thee.
Hold on. Go to Psalms 147 first. We forgot that.
All right, okay.
Let me just get on to these real quick, because
that's the spirit though. We just breaking bread.
Yeah, we'll be hitting precept all night.
But this is for the you know.
Con, you right.
They don't know, you know.
Yeah, getting edified.
Yeah, that's why the spirit had us, you know, go into the scriptures like this. You said Psalms 147 or Psalms 149?
149.
149. Okay, I was just making sure I didn't know. Psalms 149. Are we going to verse 6?
Yeah. No, start where you at. 6, right. I think. 6.
Verse 6, yeah. Yep, verse 5. Psalms 149, verse 5. Let the saints, not the whole world, not all Israel, okay, it said, let the saints be joyful in glory. Let them sing aloud upon their beds. Let the high praises of the Most High be in their mouth, and a two-edged sword in their hand, to execute judgment, to execute vengeance upon the heathen, and punishment upon the people, to bind their...
This is basically, you know, we was speaking on, you know, how when Jake is actually taking the kingdom, man. All right, you can read about this in the book of Daniel, you know, when the saints going to possess the kingdom, man.
And I was holding that. That's the spirit. That's the spirit I was holding.
Go ahead.
All right, Daniel 7:18. Daniel's chapter 7, verse 18, and it reads, but the saints of the Most High shall take...
What's the verse above that?
It says, these great beasts, that goes into the...
Oh, I thought that was where it says they going into the Ancient of Days. They made war with the saints to the Ancient of Days came. It should be a couple verses above that. I mean, you can read that. I mean, just reiterate the same thing. You know, it said about 3 times in that chapter.
Yeah, the Ancient Days came down. Yeah, ultimately.
It was something. They was working. They was Esau was basically beating our ass until the Ancient Days came and just come. You read wherever the Spirit got you reading that.
Yeah, come. Daniel 7 and 18. Let's read 18. It says, but the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom and possess the kingdom forever, even forever and ever, man.
Come. Hey, that's ultimately what we reading into right now. You know, basically. Matter of fact, jump up and grab that other one where it's talking about because it's like they show you the transition, because Esau is gonna be working us, which he doing right now. All right.
Where are the saints?
No. Go back to Daniel. It's in Daniel.
I'm in there.
Read. It's a couple verses. Let me get there real quick. What am I doing?
So you get it and I'll read it for you.
Let me find it first.
Because ultimately that's what's happening, man. The Sirach, the 10th chapter, that's ultimately what's happening, man. You know, the Most High Yahweh Shemiah Shah is raising up the meek. He's raising up the humble. You know, going back to when Yahweh Shai, when the disciples came up to Yahweh Shai and said, you know, because they inquired, you know, who is the greatest? Yahweh Shai said the humble, you know, he that is as a child, you know, and that's why we here today, okay, on the planet Earth, because we are those children, we are those little ones, you know, and it would be scary for you to offend, all right, one of those men, all right, those would be those men that actually believe, not a 50 lucre sake, not of a all black garment when you know these bug out camps, you know, but we actually believe in Yahweh Shemiah Shai, man. There's all we care about is serving the Lord. Okay, so that's the greatest in the kingdom, man. The little ones that were going to be in a time that the Yahweh Shai was going to come back and crown them, okay, because they stood upon their feet, okay.
We was reading that in Wisdom of Solomon chapter 5.
Right.
Go to verse 21 and 22.
What's that? Daniel's. All right, Daniel's 7, right? All right, Daniel's chapter 7, verse 21, and it reads, I beheld, and the same horn made war with the saints.
Because like with the precept that the brother brought out, this is all in the same chapter, just keep reiterating the same thing. But now it's talking about basically when, you know, what he just said, the devil's going to make war with the saints. You know, he was making war with us already, but then you could also read about this in 2nd Ezra 13, you know, how they're going to try to fight against the Lord, man. All right, but go ahead.
And it reads, verse 21, and I behold, Daniel 7:21, I beheld, and the same horn made war with the saints and prevailed against them until the Ancient of Days came. That's the Most High, that is. And judgment was given to the saints.
So now we was reading earlier about in the spiritual city of Sodom and Egypt, all right, their dead bodies laid in the streets, and they was rejoicing. They was wearing us out. They prevailed against us, right? Until the ancient days did sit. Then that was that Ezekiel 37, the valley of the dry bones, right? He put the breath inside of us. We started raising up that exceedingly great army. Go over to Wisdom of Solomon 5, then that great fear fell upon them, all right? Because it's like, oh shit, we didn't read it, but going into Wisdom of Solomon 5, they're like, damn, is this the nigga we had in derision? How is he counted as one of the saints? All right, so this is the transition of, well, keep reading. Yep.
Transition of power.
Yep. Go ahead.
Real quick, from the Sirach 10, it says, the power of the earth is in the hands of the Lord, and in due time he will set up one that is profitable. And the Lord is doing that ultimately because we're the body of Yahushua. So that's happening because the prophets are prophesying.
He's raising up the tabernacles of David.
He's raising up the tabernacle of David. So the body of Yahushua is being raised, man. The third temple is being raised, is being built. And this is what he said when he was on the cross 2,000 years ago, which you people ignorantly didn't understand, man. Physically didn't understand because it was spiritual. It was a spiritual temple, man. All right, it was a temple of men, okay? It was a body of men. Because the scriptures tell you, know ye not that the Most High dwelleth in you? That the temple of the Most High is in you? Who is he in? He's in the house of David, man. Okay, he's dwelling with 144,000. When you read the scriptures in the Old Testament, it spoke about a remnant shall escape. The remnant in the New Testament will be the elect. The Lord was always dealing with a specific men here on the planet Earth, man, that were going to take the kingdom. Because they are the saints. They are the men of the Lord in their captivity that was going to cry upon him, call upon him, and plead and ask Yahweh Shai to have mercy on them to escape the judgment and to ultimately call and ask him for those spiritual powers to overcome this damn devil, man. Okay? And that's what's going to happen, man. All right? You devils is going to be overcame by spiritual powers, man. Okay? And there's no escaping it, man. You can't escape, okay, slavery.
Right, keep reading. Because that's what we're going into. Go start back up one and then let that transition. You're talking about it, they're not going to be able to escape. But see, this is what's going on. They're going to try this, but it's not going to work out for them. That's what they're doing now, but go ahead.
Right. Daniel 7:21, I beheld in the saints, I beheld in the same horn made war with the saints. Yeah, now horn is America. And prevailed against them until the Ancient of Days came, and judgment was given to the saints of the Most High. And the time came.
Wait. It said, and judgment was given into the saints of the Most High, right? So this is that transition from Esau's the end of the world and Jacob's the beginning of it that follow it.
Right.
So now Israel is now being put in the judgment seat to be able to judge the earth. Right now, Esau's in that, the accuser of our brethren, man. So he's in that position, but he's being taken out of position. Go ahead.
And it reads, and the time came that the saints possessed the kingdom. Thus he said, the fourth beast shall be the fourth kingdom. That's it on that.
That was just those two verses.
Yep. That's it on that.
But nevertheless, hey, that's going into what the saints possess in the kingdom. That's all right. So
I got Jeremiah 30
and 16.
Yep.
Let it ride.
Jeremiah chapter 30, verse 16, and it reads, therefore, all they that devour thee.
So first of all, we just read about how basically America and Babylon, which is the same thing, they're gonna be wearing out the saints, Really, ultimately, let's put it this way, Esau, because you got Israelites in the four corners of the earth, right? But nevertheless, how Esau's wearing out the saints, man, is waging war against them. All right, that's current right now, but going back to the olden days, hey man, it's from the beginning time, from the Egyptian time, man. Egyptians, Babylonians, Medo-Persians, the Assyrians, the Grecians, the Romans, and right back into the same people's hands again, man. All these nations.
If I may add, that's why the scriptures say in the book of Revelations, the spirit of Sodom and Egypt, because it's not actually Sodom and Gomorrah or Egypt. It's the spirit that was there in Sodom and Egypt. Like when the scriptures read about Babylon, this is why this is Babylon the Great, because this is the place where those same spirits of those guys is being worshipped, man.
The same traits of those places.
Same
like
traits.
You have in certain places you have a Chinatown, right? But when you go to Chinatown, what does Chinatown look like? What does it remind you of? Oh, I feel like I'm in China. The stores, right, and everything is the same way. This little town, this little square mile just got the same so-called spirit as China do. So when you see it like that, it's like, oh shit, this is like Chinatown, Or like they got can't think of where that's at. I think it's in Las Vegas. They got certain areas that's set up like, let's say New York City and so on and so. They got a hotel, New York, which is pretty much all based off of the theme of New York, man. So that hotel, that casino is in the same spirit of New York. Just like this here place is spiritually Sodom in Egypt, man, because of the bondage we served here, and also the homosexuality that's going out from here.
That's right. And real quick, there's a right down the street here. There's a hookah lounge, and I always wanted to stop by and do a video. I never did it, bro. It's crazy. But it's a hookah lounge, and it's called Babylon Hookah Lounge. All right here down the street. Okay, is
that's real spiritual, because this whole place is gonna be turned to a hookah lounge. The smoke gonna be rising up forever and ever,
forever and ever, man.
You know what I'm saying? Put that in your pipe and smoke it.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. And that's right, man. And Most High Yahweh Shemi Shai is making this place making this place
it's a joke, a laughing stock.
Yeah, I was gonna say a joke. I ain't want to,
your derisions. No, I mean that's what the scripture said. I will laugh when your calamities come. So hey, the Most High is making this place.
He that sitteth in the heavens
shall laugh.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You laugh at what? You laugh at a joke, man.
America always talking about they want that smoke, free smoke for everybody. Guess what? Hey, your smoke gonna go up forever, man. Your stink is gonna go up forever, man.
That's right.
All right.
That's right. Yep. Jeremiah 30 verse 16. It says, "Therefore, all they that devour thee shall." If you got a precept, we can.
No.
All right, we can close on this.
No, well, I got.
You got something?
I got one more after that.
We
but just go one more after that.
See, I was a spirit. I didn't know if you had on
spirit. I just got the next one.
Okay. Jeremiah 30 and 16. "Therefore, all they that devour thee shall be devoured, and all thine adversaries, every one of them, shall go into captivity."
All they that devour thee shall be devoured, man. Look at all these other nations, man. Like, let's just break it down to the small, so-called carnal level, right? You so-called black women, right? Who the fuck is devouring y'all right now? The so-called Moabites, man. Look how much money y'all spending in the Sally's and shit like that, man. I forgot, it's either 800 million or like $8 billion that y'all spend a year on just hair products alone. Just so-called black women, man. You being devoured that way, man. All right, how are you so-called Israelite men being devoured, man? On a plantation from Esau, Edom, man. How are our children being devoured, man? Through the schooling system and homosexuality, these vaccines and so on and so forth, man. We devoured on every end here, man. We don't have no rest, no sleep, no nothing here, man. We all fucked up over here, man. And who's putting all this here hell on us, man? You can say, oh, well, your own people are selling your own people drugs. Who brought us the drugs, man? It took away our real resources for us to go get jobs and things like that, man. Yep. It was these Edomites that did that, man. Oh, your own woman is the one that's causing you these debacles. Well, who the one gave her feminism, man? All right, it was the so-called white woman that was the poster child for that. But they don't follow feminism, man. They together with they man, but they sold you some other shit, man. Yep. You see what I'm saying? Who the one who went and told you your daughter had to get these vaccines, and now their spirits is all fucked up, man? Okay. You see what I'm saying? It's the so-called white man who is devouring us on all ends, man. All right, you know, people like to say it's not. You can't blame everything on the so-called white man. Yeah, I mean, we sin. Yeah, we wound up sinning. You know what I'm saying? So this is on our hand, but at the same time, Esau's the one that's putting all this. You know what I'm saying? The batter in our back right now at this point in time.
Who told the so-called Negro, Latino, the Native American woman that she don't need a man?
Right.
You know what I mean? Who introduced that?
Welfare system.
Yeah, who introduced the Section 8, the TR8, you know, the welfare, the WIC checks. Okay, who introduced that?
Oh, but they say, oh, that's to help out the family. We trying to help out. No, we didn't need help before that.
Yeah, okay.
If you go back in the history, we was way more financially set way before all of that shit came into place, man.
That's why they bombed
Tulsa, Oklahoma. There's another place here in Florida.
Rome Street.
It was more than just that one place, man. There was damn near one in every state, man. We had one here in Florida called Rosewood. All right, people, but nevertheless, they all gone, man. And you know that's the common misconception. Oh well, we in a better spot. Like Martin Luther King gave us integration. Like nah, bitch, we was better off when we was segregated. We owned our own businesses. All right, we owned our own bus lines. But when we integrated with each other, we sold our portions of the bus lines to the Edomites and went and worked for them. So see, this is why you work for Edomites now, because of the fact that you had your own business, but you sold that shit. All right, to integrate with them. This is why you live in the projects, in the hoods, in these neighborhoods, and you don't own none of the blocks in there. You over here claiming these blocks. Yep. Beforehand, you actually own the whole fucking neighborhood. You own property in these neighborhoods, man. But now you got rid of that to go live in these apartments in these hoods that the so-called white man has written out onto you, man. All right, you don't own none of these things, right? Oh, you wanted so-called financial help in the household. Well, back in the days, man, the male Jake could just go to work and come back home and feed his wife, his kids, and everybody like that with just one job. Now, the husband, the wife, and the kids all got to go have a regular job, a side job, and go do Uber on the side, man. You see what I'm saying? And then go try to get some governmental help, man. Everybody hustling and doing everything like this is because, you know what I'm saying? So this is the shit that got you all fucked up, man, because the so-called white man, the scripture said, gift destroyeth the heart, man. So don't be trying to come to us, oh, well, they gave you food stamps.
What's that gift? That you just said the gift is that food stamps.
Yeah.
Section 8. That's the gift that destroyed the heart of our people. And they set up the woman, all right, to be the so-called man in the household, man. And by kicking the man out the house and having him locked up or in drugs. All right, and this is what destroyed the household of a so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American Indian, man.
Going back into that damn near feminism, right? That's what the fuck the devil gave Eve back in the Garden of Eden. Yeah. All right, nah, what you mean?
Feminism.
Yeah, basically. It's
over the law. You over the law.
Yeah. Like, what you mean? You in subjection to a man? Look, man, you gonna be like God. You'll be like a real power.
You be like God.
You ain't gotta be in subjection to this nigga, man. Go ahead and eat this shit. You be good. You gonna know all this shit. Then you open that up and you eat that. You know what I'm saying? And now all of a sudden, hey, because your desire is supposed to be to your husband. But now fast forward to this day. Oh, we'll give you this help. We'll give you all this. You can be free, independent. We want you women, like Beyonce, independent women and so on and so forth. After all, taking all these things, go look in the so-called black communities right now. See how many of these happy families you got, happy households you got. Talk to these women out here and see what they really upset about, man. They ain't really got no good man to be around and so on. Y'all sold all this for this so-called independence so you can go get a job and go get your own bag, man. Wonder why ain't nobody home raising your kids and your kids is growing up to goddamn start twerking at the strip club, shaking their ass, and go out here in the streets and start being the biggest gangbanger because they lacking attention. They never was given attention their whole life, man. Never had nobody tell them they loved them because why? Mom and daddy was too busy working all the goddamn time because why? They did bit to the fucking apple, man. Now they falling into these damn traps, man. A gift destroyed the heart. Yep.
And that's beautiful too because you devoured our nation, you devoured our people,
spoiled us.
So guess what? Deuteronomy 30:7 says these curses shall befall thee, man. So it's no different. You know, you did it to our people. So guess what? The Lord Yahweh Bashmi Shah is going to require the same thing that you've done unto our people unto you. Okay, there's no escaping the judgment of the Most High, man. Okay, the Lord set you up to be the wicked, okay, of the earth, man. Okay, there's no more. All right, more than that, man. You were set up to be the wicked. You done a great job being the devil.
Perfect.
Bro, I mean, Moab couldn't do this, bro. Okay, Ammon couldn't do this. You did it. Okay, you devoured the earth.
Hey, technically Esau is the only righteous motherfucker on the planet Earth. He the only one playing his role to the fullest extent that he was supposed to be.
On the left-hand side.
Being the wicked.
Yeah.
That nigga is the perfect fucking devil, man.
So there's no...
Yeah.
So there's no escaping the judgment that's coming to you. You did everything that you supposed to do what was set up for us not to do.
Right.
You know what I mean? This dude literally sat here and devoured the whole earth. Everybody's eating GMOs. Everybody's under chemtrails. So everybody's drinking fluoride, man. That's what a devil is supposed to do. You're supposed to deceive the world. While you live good, you eat the best steak, the best lamb and everything. Guess what? You done what you were supposed to do. Now it's time for you to put on those lashes, my man.
Hey, you brought this out earlier with Ezekiel 35:5. Yeah. For that vows against thy brother, shame shall cover thee.
Yeah. Oh,
that should, or is that Obadiah?
Obadiah 1:15.
Yeah. And shame shall cover thee, and that shall be
cut off forever. Yeah.
Because of all these things that we going into right now, man. All right, and our people don't really want to look into these things and find out why our people are so destroyed, man. All right.
Yeah. Hey, Con, I'm gonna start from the top on Jeremiah 30. Jeremiah 30:16, and it reads, "Therefore all they that devour thee shall be devoured, and thine adversaries, Satan." Okay, Satan, which means adversary. All right, who is Satan in the flesh? Come on, man.
The main enemy who had that perpetual hatred from the beginning.
Right, who's living in your land? Okay, who's claiming to be a nation that they're not? Okay, all right, who deceived the whole world, man? Satan, man. But who is the physical counterpart of the spiritual demon Satan, man? It's a physical counterpart, man. All right, Esau Edom. All right, and this is all biblical, man. Okay, reading on, it says, "Therefore all they that devour thee shall be devoured." Okay, so Esau is going to be devoured ultimately by the thermonuclear missiles and by going into slavery. All right, under the so-called Negro, Latino, American Indians.
Hey, but going also into that, man, they didn't ate us up all the way completely to where we ain't got nothing left, man. They didn't took the spirit up out of us, man, to where we just want to give up. Like, yo, man, we desolate, out. Man.
You
know what I'm saying? But that's the same thing that's gonna happen to Esau, man. He gonna be completely devoured, man. Completely just gone, man.
Yep.
All right, keep going.
Yep, Con. That's right, bro. That's right. That's a beautiful point. He, bro. When we get in the kingdom, he gonna be looking for a way to escape.
Destitute.
Like, damn, are you serious? Like, I gotta get up and build a kingdom. Oh my God, I gotta lay bricks of gold.
Hey, man, fuck that. You see how people, man, Esau. First of all, Esau's going through it right now. But you see how people, man, in these movies and shit, they depict our people. But you see how people over there smoking crack and shit like that, just hitting that shit and whatever, whatnot, man, shooting up and everything like that, man, just on all kind of shit, packing fucking cigarettes and smoking that shit, drinking themselves to sleep every night. That's because we devoured, man. We destroyed like a motherfucker, man.
Spiritually.
Our people stressed the fuck out, man, because of this goddamn devil, man. But that's how these Edomites gonna be, man. They gonna be just goddamn. They not gonna really have no goddamn softener or whatever, whatnot, man. They gonna have to just take this shit straight, no chase, man. All right, we at least we had certain things that kind of calm us in these scenarios.
We able to read the scriptures.
I mean, for us, yes. But I'm saying as far as the rest of us as a whole in general, you know what I'm saying? They had drugs, alcohol, so on and so forth. You know what I'm saying? You all fucked up or whatever, whatnot. You see these homeless people, man, let me at least get a cigarette, man. Let me get a beer, man. Let me get 35 cents for a beer, man. That's like the most depressing shit to this man. Is like, man, I just need a little bit of medicine, man, just to calm my nerves. Like, you don't want real help to get out of your scenario? I just need this 35 cents. I just need this beer right quick, man, or this shot right quick, man. I just need a loose cigarette right now, man. You know what I'm saying? But hey, we was devoured, man. That's how fucking loaded the so-called white man got us, man. But guess what? This is how it's gonna be in the kingdom of heaven. But double that shit, man.
That's right.
All right.
That's right. Lamentations is the 4th chapter. That's right, bro. It says, continuing on in Jeremiah chapter 30, verse 16, it reads, they that wanted slack here.
Let's go back to
I'm over here trying.
Just start at the top.
Start on the top. Yeah, verse 16. Therefore, all they that devour thee shall be devoured, and all thine adversaries, every one of them, shall go into captivity.
Now, what is adversary is basically somebody that's against you, right? So everybody that's against us, they're going into captivity, man. All right, this is was that it on that? Oh, keep going.
And they that spoil thee shall be a spoil.
Hey, and who wound up taking everything from us? All right, first and foremost, the so-called white man, Esau, Edom. But not only that, we still in captivity, if not up under the so-called white man directly, we up under the so-called white man by his proxies, these other nations, man. And like I was bringing out earlier, man, we being spoiled and devoured by these other nations. Again, look at the so-called black women feeding the Chinese people with the hair products, man. You see what I'm saying? They ate us up on every side. They spoiled us on every side, man. They taking the last of our last dollars, man. Got us going to Amscott's week in and week out, man. Just to pay a goddamn water bill, a light bill, to make a car payment that they got us on with high-ass rates on there, man. All right, overpriced apartments and things or whatever. They spoiling the fuck out of us, man. So this is what's going. Hey, but man, how people be stressed the fuck out, man, not trying to figure out where we get these next little shekels from to go make this here payment, man. Or what they got to go do this and go do that. Go pawn the wedding ring. Go pawn the Xbox. Go pawn your kids' shit. Go do this. Man, Jake is living a horrible fucking life, man. When you going through all those type of things, man, week in and week out, you got to go take the goddamn flat screen to go get a cash advance on a flat screen, man. You know what I'm saying? You don't even watch TV no more. You just use that for a line of credit, basically, just to get by from week to week to week to week. And lo and behold, something fucked up happened. You wind up losing this here item or whatever, whatnot, for you pounded the TV just to pay a $50 bill or some shit. You done lost a $2,000 TV over $50 because some other shit didn't happen, man. Being spoiled over here, and they don't want to give you, hey, you 2 cents short. They don't want to give you no kind of,
spoil, man.
Yeah, man. They don't want to help you out with that little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, come on, you can't look out for them 2 cents. No, policy is you got to pay it in full. You know, but that's where we at now. We've been spoiled and devoured by these other nations, man. All right.
Kind of finishing off, it says, and all that prey upon thee will I give for a prey.
And again, look at how these nations prey upon us, man. They use us. We were speaking about this at camp. World Star. They making money off of our so-called wickedness and us doing certain things, man. Certain things that they can
foolery.
Yeah, they capitalize off of us, man. All right. They look at certain ways of trying to so-called come up off of us, man. All right. Now we can close on Psalms 2 and 8. I wanted to go on this Isaiah 60, but that's just too long.
Yeah. We'll be here for 2 hours. Hey, that's the living waters, though.
Flowing.
Because for us, we can do this all day. If we was in this flesh, but we can do this all day.
I was gonna say, my videos be about this long anyway, so it's all good. But like I said, that's how I started. Go ahead.
Bro, it's the spirit, though. That's why we're here. We talking to each other. We building with each other, but
might as well
we feed it.
Edify with it.
Yeah.
But ultimately, before the brother read this, you know what I'm saying, we just read about he that kills with the sword must be killed with the sword. He that leads into captivity shall go into captivity. All they that devour thee. All, you know, those, before you grab that, Isaiah 14, or just go to verse 2.
All right.
These little quick ones, yeah. Okay. They're only like one verse.
Off a little bit. Book of Isaiah, chapter 14, verse 2.
Because in reality, there's a lot of the scriptures that's going into this motherfucker going into slavery, but you know what I'm saying? We just going through the spirit, so.
Yeah, bro. Okay. It's too much. Too much. Isaiah 14, verse 1, you said? 2. Isaiah 14, verse 2, it says, and the people shall take them and bring them.
The people is what it said. The people is Israel. The them shall take them. I was talking about these Edomites. All right, keep going. Read that again.
And the people, Isaiah 14 and 2, and the people shall take them and bring them to their place. That place is back Jerusalem. That's for slaves. It says,
you can read about that, Isaiah 60. Yeah, keep going.
Continually the gate shall be open continually. It says, and the house of Israel shall possess them.
So, Salak, the house of Israel is about to get a possession. They about to get something, they're going to own that shit, right? Now, we're going to find out who and what Israel is going to possess. Keep going.
And the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai. For servants and handmaids.
So, Salak, they're going to possess them, and then what they're going to do with their possession, they're going to use them as servants and handmaids, slaves, all right? So, we're going to find out who these people are.
And continuing on, it says, and they shall take them captives, whose captives they were.
So they got us into captivity, like we just read the precepts. All right, he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. All they that devour thee and take them into captivity, they shall be for captives. So this is what we're reading right now. They shall take them whose captives they were. We're gonna wind up possessing those that possess us right now, man. 2nd Ezra 6. All right, talking about Esau's end of the world and Jacob's the beginning of it that followed. When when Jacob's hand first held the hill to Esau. All right, we taking them who captive, whose captives we were, man. All right, so look, we gonna be script. We quoted this at camp earlier, talking about Isaiah 14. It's in the same chapter about not opening the house of the prisoners. All right, going which says is this the man that destroyed the whole earth?
Yeah,
18, I think.
Yeah.
19.
Yep, that's also in Jeremiah 51 too. You know, this is the same man, you know, to deceive the nations. Guess what? He's gonna be hissed at, man. You know what I mean? He's gonna be looked at as he's weak. Okay, and ultimately because everybody, which we did a video on, everybody got missiles, man. Okay, the snare is laid for you, bro. Your destruction is laid. That's why Job 12 and 16 says the deceiver and the deceive are his.
Read down what was that, verse 18? What was verse 18 say?
Jump down to
14 and 18.
Isaiah 14 verse 18, it says, all the kings of the nations, even all them lie in glory, every one of his own house.
Go up to maybe 16.
Isaiah 14 verse 16. They that see thee,
yep, that's it,
shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, and saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble?
This is when Esau's being uncovered, you know what I'm saying, showing who the damn devil is. Keep going. Next verse. Go ahead.
That did shake kingdoms, that made the world as a wilderness.
Connor, ultimately, this is the time we in right now, because we quoted this earlier, how the things that Esau searched out, the son of man being, or the son of perdition being revealed. But keep going.
And destroy the cities thereof, that openeth not the houses of his prisoners.
That's the point I wanted to get, that open not the house of his prisoners, man. Since we got over here in the captivity, we still over here in the captivity, man. All right, so we still here in the captivity, and we just read in Isaiah 14 and 2 about how we're gonna take them and possess them for handmaidens and so on and so forth, slaves basically, and they're gonna take them captives who captives they were. So if we still in the hands of these Edomites when Yahweh shall return, and Esau didn't open the prison gates of the prisoners and let them free, guess who we taking into captivity? All right, by default, well, we'll close on that. But matter of fact, you know, well, we just read that in Jeremiah 30:16 about all they that devoured thee and so forth, all these different nations. We're gonna take them all into captivity. But close on that Psalms 2 and 8.
Okay. Psalms chapter 2 verse 8, and it reads.
Or let me see, that whole chapter kind of sweet. Where you at?
Right here. Yeah, 16:11. Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard for me to read the 16:11s. You know what? Just read 2 and 8. We'll close on that.
Kind spirit. Psalms 2 and 8. Ask of me, and I shall give thee the heathen.
Real quick. This is a commandment that the Most High is saying, right? Now, the first and foremost is going to Yahushua, right? But nevertheless, the things that was written 4 times written for our learning and our understanding. So, hey, he's basically going into this right now. He's like, look, ask of me. Like I said, when I first came into this, it was like, I don't really need no slaves. I don't need this and that. But nevertheless, he's saying, ask for this.
If I may add, in John the 14th chapter, the Lord said, anything you ask in my name, will I give to you, so the Father may be glorified. And that's showing that Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is with his men, because in St. John the 17th chapter, the Lord said, okay, that what did Yahushua say? He said, the man that thou hast given me, okay,
can't take it out of my hand.
They can't take them out of my hand, that they may be where I am, okay, that their prayers may be answered. Take them out of the earth, right? Take them not out of the earth, but deliver them from evil. Okay, in the book of St. Matthew is going to the prayer. So what we're reading about, when the scriptures say, ask of me, when it's speaking about Yahushua, ultimately in the book of Romans, it says that the Lord is going to give us joint heirs.
Yeah, joint heirs.
Right?
Yep.
And then not in Revelations, the 2nd chapter, says, to those that overcome will he give, okay, to have rule over the nations. So the Lord, this scripture is showing that ultimately this is for Yahushua, but Yahushua gave a part of that to the men that was under him, man. And that's the 144,000.
Right.
So when we read and ask of me, we're reading of the granting of the 144,000, man.
Right.
Okay. You know what I mean? I just want to
to clarify, you know, because you know, we could read that and, you know, this is really for you, but ultimately, first and foremost, the first fruits that's going to get his first, you know, it's Yahushua. We understand that, like the brother was quoting. I think that's Romans 8 or Romans 9.
Romans 8 and 17.
Yeah. Yep. Romans 8. And, yep. Because it's talking about, you know, the Spirit beareth witness that we're the children of the Most High. Yep. All right. And if children, we're going to be joint heirs with Yahushua.
If we suffer with him, so shall we be glorified with him.
But go ahead and
close out here.
Yeah.
Psalms 2 and 8, it says, ask of me, and I shall give thee the heathen for thine inheritance.
Oh, I know what I was going to say. So, hey, this isn't nothing the so-called, y'all going off of the Most High is basically commanding us. Look, all you got to do is ask for these motherfuckers. I got you,
bro.
I got you, man. These niggas ask. Just ask. And I'm going to give you these niggas as we're going to go into what they're going to be used for. We already, you know, the cat's already out the bag. They're going to be used for slavery, man. All right, but, you know, this is, you know, people talk about riches and so on and so forth. Yo, you got to have a real king-like mentality, man. Look, the Rothschilds don't want no money, no oil, no nothing. They want you niggas in captivity, man. Because with having you niggas in captivity, y'all wake up Monday through Friday, Saturday through Sunday, and go to work and go dig through the earth and get the resources from these niggas, man. They ain't going out there getting no gold or no oil and maintaining this and running no business. They got you niggas doing this shit for them, man. All right, and this is the mindset you should be in. Like, yo, man, I just want to sit back and have me another middleman and be like, yo, go check on my businesses and whatever, whatnot. These eat them. You think that the Rothschilds, when the Rothschilds give out their orders, you think that they talking to the person who's going to actually execute them? No, they're going to go talk to a so-called middleman, and he going to go out there and tell them people that, man. Just like the owners of these companies and shit like Walmart, man. You think the Walton families out there are actually on the board meetings? All right, we're going to do this, up these prices. No, they got other people to take care of that shit. These motherfuckers out on the golf course somewhere chilling. All right, so the Lord said, ask me and I should give you the heathen. Go ahead.
For thine inheritance.
So these people, all right, these other nations, they're going to be our inheritance. This is what we're going to inherit, man. We're going to inherit all these different people, and they're going to be what? Our slaves, man. Everybody on the face of the earth is going to be in slavery under the so-called Negro, Latino, Native American, man. All right, all you nations, man. All the nations that devoured us, took us into captivity. Every nation had their hand in our downfall and our captivities, man. We've been in slavery under all these different nations, and now it's going to be time that you all serve us, man. All right, go ahead.
In the uttermost parts of the earth.
Read that all over again. I just love that so much. It just sounds so beautiful. Again.
Psalms 28, that song. Ask of me, and I shall give thee the heathen for thine inheritance, in the uttermost parts of the earth for thy possessions.
See how he said, the heathen first and then the land second. You see, the people is more important than the land because the people will go and plow the land for you, man. How the fuck you want to be a king and got a goddamn gold mine, but you got to go over there and mine the gold out the mine yourself, man? Or you got a goddamn big ass field and you got to go and plow the field your damn self, man. All right, somebody gave you, if today somebody gave you a big ass strawberry field, a strawberry farm or whatever, whatnot, you had to go out there and plow that and pick it and so on and so forth. And we gave it to you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man, you'd be like, you know what? This is too much work. I'm gonna sell that shit. I know a lot of jakes who did that. You know, my father was like that. His father used to own a gas station or some shit. My dad was growing up, and then all of a sudden it was just too much responsibility for him to take care of. He just wanted to go out and college party or whatever the fuck he was doing. So he wound up selling the business, man. Sold his real riches for some temporary shit for the moment, man. All right, so the same thing would happen over here if you was given the lands and the possessions. You know, you'd be like, oh, that's too much work or whatever, whatnot, man. I don't even need all these responsibilities, man. So that's why the Most High said, I'm going to give you the heathen for thy inheritance and the uttermost part of the earth for thy possession. We're going to get these people in slavery first and foremost, and they're going to go out there and plow the lands for us, man. Just like America has, or Esau and America got their military. Donald Trump ain't fighting no goddamn wars, taking and plundering none of these nations, man. He got your sons and your daughters going over there in the Middle East dying for that damn oil that he making money up off of, man. That's how it's going to be in the kingdom. Well, we're not going to have no war or nothing like that, but in the kingdom of heaven, man, we're going to have these damn heathen that's going to be out there so-called gold mining. Yeah, if we would have read Isaiah 60, man, it clearly tell you in there about how they're going to be having a, here go Esau with his old bullshit, but it's all good. Yeah. It's all good, though. It's all good.
That boy stopped, well, she stopped one time. I believe that's true.
Yeah, probably is.
Yeah,
but nevertheless, yeah, they really on some other shit. But nevertheless, before this shit get too loud, but nevertheless, you know, we just want to go into that there lesson because, you know,
there's no escaping, man.
Yeah, you can't get out of this, man. It's been prophesied about or whatever, whatnot. We read this, you know, we read some of the scriptures. This is a whole lot more than that, man. Like I said, all of Isaiah 60 is damn near talking about Esau going into slavery. All right, and Isaiah 60 is a pretty damn long chapter, man. There's a couple other ones we didn't even get that bonded kings with the fetters of iron.
Yeah, that's what, you know, it's too much, bro.
Yeah, but basically
for another shit, probably next Saturday.
But nevertheless, you know what I'm saying. Lord willing, this was edifying to the elect. You know what I'm saying, just flowing through the spirit overall. Didn't all be all, but Lord willing, this here was edifying to the elect.
30 minutes, man.
Just
flowing through the spirit.
Yeah, Lord willing, Joachim was edified with this. Until next time, we want to say, call halal Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of great millstone that taught us this truth and that rule well. And salutation and much love for Joachim, pushing his truth and sincerity on the four corners of the earth and enduring afflictions to feed and edify the elect. Till next time, we say, stay strong and shalom.
Shalom, Joachim.